Good morning, everyone. Now, did you guys have a great weekend? What did you guys do? Now, I guess a lot of guys went out to eat samgyetang over the weekend. And by eating samgyetang, did you guys gain any health or energy, as the myth says? Also, even though the weather isn't so great, some of you might have, spent your weekend out at the beach or by the swimming pools or the public pools. I'm guessing that most of you guys just stayed home doing chores, because you guys put it off during the week. So during the weekdays, you guys were, playing, hanging out. So on the weekends, you got to do all the chores, your laundry, vacuuming, all that good stuff. Or if you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, you might have spent some time with them, some quality time. Whatever you did, it's Monday again, so you might wish you were back, on last weekend's trip or on your date again. But, let's try and cheer up. Mondays aren't so bad. So we're going to start off with a great song by a great artist, and it's Bruno Mars with Runaway Baby. That was Runaway Baby by Bruno Mars. And right now you guys are tuned into What's Poppin' with Brian Ju on TBS efm 101.3 in Seoul and surrounding areas, GFN 98.7 in Gwangju and 93.7 in Yeosu. Now, a couple of reminders. We're live today, so send us a text to sharper pound 1013 for a charge of 51. Also, if you have Kakao Talk, add TBS efm as a plus friend and you can message us completely for free. Also, if you haven't already, on Twitter, follow us and tweet us away at TBS What's Poppin'. And like I said, we are live. So give us a call at 02-778-1013. And if you feel like sending us a longer email, the address is efmpoppin@gmail.com. And if you're interested in our playlist, come check out our website at tbsefm.soul.kr/EFM/What's Poppin'. And once again, you guys are tuned into What's Poppin'. And the first half of our show is brought to you by 혜택 강원 평창수, LG U+, Tongsuo Foods, and Asiana Airlines. Alrighty, boys and girls, it's time for today's pick. Now, Korean summers are characterized by humid weather. So I'm going to talk about getting chores done in and during the humid weather. And as I've already mentioned earlier, the weather wasn't so great, especially after the rain last week. And I don't think I've seen the sun come out at all. It's kind of gloomy these days. Now, staying inside your home is the kind of weather, isn't so great during this weather, And you get a little sticky and sweaty and it's nasty unless you have some good AC on all the time. And for those of you guys who are doing chores over the weekend, it must have been more difficult to get things done during this hot, nasty, sticky weather because it was really damp. Exactly. Anyways, I'll give you guys some simple tips on how to dry your home out. If possible, turn on your dehumidifiers. Now, dehumidifiers and air conditioners will reduce the moisture, especially in closed-up areas. They can also use desiccants. Now, desiccants are the materials that absorb moisture. They're also very useful in drying closets or other closed areas where air cannot move through. And of course, these two methods are very easy to do. However, if you don't have any dehumidifiers, or desiccants, what other way can you do this? Now, I have more tips for you guys coming up right now. Rubbing alcohol helps get a lot of wetness out of your home. So put a cup of rubbing alcohol in a cup and wrap the opening of the cup with plastic. Now put some holes in it and place it where you want it to dry. Now if it's difficult to find rubbing alcohol, then you can also use soju as well. Also, charcoal helps a lot as well. Charcoal purifies air and the water, and at the same time absorbs bad smell and the moisture. Now, just a few pieces inside a plastic cup, and it would automatically make your environment a lot better air to breathe as well. I don't know about the States, but here in Korea, charcoal is very easy to find. So why don't you guys try this out tonight if you can, on your way back home from work. Stop by the place where they sell charcoal and see if it works and let us know how it goes. Also, newspapers, they're great at absorbing moisture as well. So place at least one sheet inside the drawer or, your shoes so you can keep your shoes dry as well. And we've selected a perfect song for you guys to listen to after cleaning and drying out your homes and your shoes. It's a great song by a great artist. I love this artist so much. It's Kelly Clarkson with Hello. That was the beautiful vocalist Kelly Clarkson singing Hello. Now, Hello is off Kelly's 5th studio album called Stronger. And Hello is a mid-tempo rock song about searching for companionship in hopes of not being lonely. Now, in the song, the singer asks, hello, is anybody listening? Now, upon its release, Hello was received with positive response from music critics. And the critics regarded the track as a vocal highlight off her fifth album, Stronger. Now, boosted by digital sales during the album's release, the song entered the Korean singles chart at number 47. Now, just in case you guys don't know who Kelly Clarkson is, of course y'all know who she is, but I'm gonna drop some knowledge on y'all. She's the winner of the first season of American Idol, which came out back in 2002, and has been established as the original American Idol artist. Now, her debut single, A Moment Like This, great song, topped the U.S. Billboard Hot 100 and broke the record for biggest jump to number one in the chart's history. Now, A Moment Like This became the best-selling single of the year in the country. Now, Clarkson's debut studio album, Thankful, has sold over 4.5 million copies internationally. And its lead single, Miss Independent, don't get it mixed up with Neo's Miss Independent. Now, this song became an international hit, earning Clarkson her first Grammy nomination. Now, she's known for her vocal versatility, and her range. Now, her music has mainly dealt with themes of heartbreak, independence, and self-empowerment for women and young teens. Yes, much love to you. Now, throughout her career, Clarkson has accumulated 91 number ones on the Billboard charts and 11 international number one singles. Now, on top of that, she has sold over 20 million albums worldwide. Wow, I'm going to clap for that. Yay. Now, Kelly Clarkson has won the Best Pop Vocal Album for Stronger back at the 55th Annual Grammy Awards. Now, our next artist was nominated in the Best R&B Performance with his song. It's a great song, too, by a great artist. I feel like we have some great artists lined up for y'all today. And it's Luke James with I Want You. Yeah, that was Luke James singing I Want You. Now, this track is his first single from his debut extended play album, #Luke, which was released back in December of 2011. And his first single, I Want You, received universal acclaim from critics for its production and for James's vocal performance, because it was a great song, and he sang it very well. And the single later earned him a nomination for the Best New Artist at the 2012 Soul Train Awards. Yes, so big ups to you. Great song, great vocalist. But right now, we're blowing up on Kakao, texts, and all that good stuff, and Twitter, of course. I'm going to read some messages for you guys right now. We have one from It's Yoonjung on Kakao. Hello, Brian. I was late for the job this morning. It was the music. I have a long random list of songs I listen to when I'm take a shower. And my morning depends pretty much on which song I dance to. It was Suit and Tie this morning, and I needed to dance through the whole song. Got late. If you have any favorite songs when you take a shower or any songs at all, I love you. Sending love. Thank you very much. Yeah, in the morning when I'm like in the shower, I actually have my phone playing music, and I try to play anything upbeat because you're trying to get out of the funk mode from sleeping and you just want to wake up. So I play some Jason Derulo, wiggle, 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 wiggle. Something to wake me up in the morning. That's what I do. I think it's a good idea, but try not to, put songs back to back where you get carried away to songs, because then you'll be in the shower a little too long and you don't want it to be late for work. Alrighty, with that, we're going to go into some Twitter comments, and we're blowing up. Let's see, we have, 6 new tweets just came in. Look at that. Adriana Villanueva just wrote, thanks for info on Kelly Clarkson. Also, can't forget, she's a Texas girl, too. Good morning. How do? Yes, she is. Kelly Clarkson is from Texas. So anybody from Texas tuning in, that's for y'all. And thank you, Adriana. It's been a long time since we gotten a tweet from you. Or maybe I just skipped over it because, we're just blowing up on Twitter. But we got the last song for the first half of our show lined up for you guys right now. It's by yet another great female vocalist. I love this vocalist, especially in Dreamgirls. She was a great actress as well. And we're talking about none other than Jennifer Hudson with the song It's Your World. But don't be too sad. I'll be back with part 2. Welcome back to the second half of What's Poppin'. Now, the second segment we got for y'all today is called Jump Up and Get Down. You know what that means. We got some funky music for your Mondays. And once again, you guys are now tuned into TBS efm's 101.3. Listen to your boy Brian Ju. And the second half of our show is brought to you by Korean Air, LTU Plus, Hwanin Pharmaceutical, Hettek Hwangwon Pyeongchangsu, and Asiana Airlines. Alrighty, y'all, now it's time for Jump Up and Get Down. And the first song that we have for you guys is by the Barcade singing Too Hot to Stop. Yeah, that's the first time I actually had the mic on with the logo song on. I think the timing was a little off, but things happen. It's new. It's a new day. It's a new Monday. Everyone doesn't have the perfect Mondays. Anyways, the track is from the 1976 album by an American funk group. Like I said, they're called the Bar-Kays. Now, the Bar-Kays were formed in Memphis, Tennessee back in 1966. Now, the Bar-Kays cut their first single, Soul Finger, which reached the top pop charts, of course, the top 20, and went all the way to number 3 on the R&B chart, establishing the Bar-Kays to the public eye. Now, producer Alan Jones began to take an interest in the group and became their manager and mentor. Even better, Mr. Otis Redding, what's wrong with my English today, chose them as his regular backing band that summer. Now, unfortunately, this is the part of the news I hate talking about because y'all know I have a fear of flying. Disaster struck on December 10th, 1967. While flying over Madison, Wisconsin, Redding's plane crashed into the frozen Lake Monona. Now, his road manager, his 4 members of Bar-Kays were all killed on the flight. I don't like talking about this. Now, trumpeter Ben Carley survived the crash, of course, and bassist James Alexander wasn't on the flight. So after this accident, there were many changes with the members of the band. Now, after many changes, the band was armed with new guitarist Lloyd Smith, new drummer Michael Beard, and trombonist Frank Thompson. Now, the Bar-Kays signed with Mercury in 1976 and began the most commercially productive phase of their career, writing most of their own material and using more synthesizers. The label debuted them. The song Too Hot to Stop was a hit, of course, powered by the smash R&B single Shake Your Rump to the Funk. By 1987, only Larry Dodson, Harvey Henderson, and Winston Stewart remained. Now, in that same year, Alan Jones died of a heart attack, unfortunately, God rest his soul, and the group scored its last R&B top 10 hit with Certified True. When their contract with Mercury was up, the Bar-Kays called it quits with 1988's Animal, of course. So let's check out the Bar-Kays single, Too Hot to Stop. Great song. Check it out, y'all. Alrighty, y'all, we just heard 2 songs. One by the Bar-Kays called Too Hot to Stop, and one by Rick James, Give It To Me, Baby. Great song. Now, Rick James, got some information on him, is an American R&B funk singer, and Give It To Me, Baby is the title song of his 1981 album, Street Songs. Now, the track charted at the Billboard Hot 100, spending 2 weeks at number 40 and spent 5 weeks at number 1 on the R&B chart. Now, along with Super Freak and Ghetto Life from the same album, the track topped the American Dance Chart for 3 weeks in the summer of 1981. Now, the song proved to be even more successful with R&B and dance club audiences. Now, the song was also featured in the 1999 romantic comedy film She's All That, and the theme soundtrack for the eccentric character Brock Hudson. Now, DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince's I'm All That used a sample off the song as well as the opening track for the Home Base album in 1991. And also, parts of the track were sampled or interpolated on other songs such as Thriller by Michael Jackson, Let's Get It Started by MC Hammer, and I Just Wanna Love You, Give It To Me by Jay-Z. Now, we're moving on to the next song. The next song is called Thank You by Sly and the Family Stone. Now, Sly and the Family Stone were an American rock, funk, and soul band from San Francisco. Now, the band was pivotal in the development of soul, funk, and psychedelic music. Now, on top of that, the band was the first major American rock band to have an integrated multi-gender lineup. So, with no further ado, Sly and the Family Stone, Thank You. That was Sly and the Family Stone with Thank You. Now, thank you in parentheses. Now, I'm going to pronounce this. Y'all try to figure out what I'm saying. For letting me be myself again is a 1967 song released as a double A-side single with Everybody Is a Star. Now, I don't know if you hear the songs in that song. A lot of songs sample this. Even I think Janet Jackson sampled this for Rhythm Nation. And, of course, a K-pop group back in the day who goes by the name Uptown. 다시 만나줘. Yeah, that song used that sample as well. Now, this song reached number 1 on the soul single charts for 5 weeks and reached number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 in February of 1970. Now, Thank You was intended to be included on an in-progress album with Star and Hot Fun in the summertime, but the LP was never completed, and these 3 tracks were instead included on the band's 1970 Greatest Hits LP. Now, if you look at the official title It's an intentional monogreen for thank you for letting me be myself again. Yes, now if you look at it, at the title, the way it's written, at first I was confused. I was like, mice? Elf again? So I was like, what is it, like a Christmas song? But it's not. Now the third verse contains specific references to the group's previous hit songs, Dance to the Music, Everyday People, Sing a Simple Song, and You Can Make It If You Try. Now the song is ranked number 42 on the Rolling Stone magazine's 500 greatest songs of all time. Yes, it was a great song. Now moving on, we got the next song, and the next song is by a band named Rufus, and the song is called Once You Get Started, featuring Shaka Khan. Now the track is a horn-driven funk number written by musician Gavin Christopher. Now it later peaked at number 10 on the Billboard Hot 100 in 1975, giving the group their second top 10 single and third top 40 single overall. Now it helped make their third album, Rufusized, go platinum. Now the song also hit number 4 on the R&B chart and number 6 on the dance chart. So let's check it out. Rufus, Once You Get Started, featuring Shaka Khan. That was Once You Get It Started, featuring Shaka Khan by Rufus. And guess what, y'all? It's time to wrap things up for today. But thank you guys sincerely from the bottom of my heart for tuning in. It means a lot to us that you guys support us here at What's Poppin'. And we have the last song for you guys set up right now. And it's a request by Serena Chong and Brian Ju Singapore. And it's a fun-loving, fast beat, uppity up song for you Monday. It's by Maroon 5 featuring Christina Aguilera with Moves Like Jagger, of course. But don't be too sad because I'll be back tomorrow, y'all. I'll be back with Joe Park and we'll be talking about sampling music. He's going to give you some information, a 411 on what all these songs are sampled from and who the original artist is, all the information that we did not know. But for now, Maroon 5 featuring Christina Aguilera, Moves Like Jagger. And once again, this is Brian Ju signing off. Peace.